Yes.
Oh, Mr. P.
Hello, Mr. Lee. How's it going?
I like your moustache.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Well, we're doing Movember, aren't we? I mean, this is.
You say we, you mean you.
Me.
And Taylor.
And us. We're all doing it.
Doing it too?
Doing it. Yeah, we should put a link below. I mean, this is me.
How many days growth is that?
This is just since the first.
It's impressive.
Because I never clean shave like you because I'm not. No, I can't clean shave because I get really itchy and red. So this is I just trim, and this is me not trimming for 2 days over the weekend.
Well, good for you. So Movember, yes.
Look at my dad.
I wonder how many of you are participating in that. But yes, links below if you want to sponsor one of the team here to raise some money for that wonderful charity. Yeah. Anywho, some new Chapman guitars.
Yeah.
These actually got announced earlier in the year, but Andertons only received their sort of first batch of these about a week or two
That is
ago.
correct. Yeah.
So we've got 3 new guitars to show you. That's not entirely true. We've got 1 new guitar. We've got new colours on the DPT.
Yeah,
so they're not new guitars.
Did we do an
actual
actual video? Because somebody was asking, saying, "Have we done?" Yeah, I've used it in loads, but I don't think we ever did like a. Maybe we did. I thought we did too.
So we got a what are they? They got great names as well. Haven't they? Cinnamon, Cardinal.
No.
Dirty, rusty, brown, red.
Calfure purple and Cinnabar red. It's
tell me. I mean, Cinnabar is that a place or is that a spice? Or
no, it is because they're both purple. They're both colours from Porsche, and they call it Peru. So it's a place in Peru where the clay is a certain colour. So the clay is Cinnabar. So I was trying to not call them Peru. Use Porsche colour. Names.
Sorry, this is Calfure purple.
Yeah, it's just where the colour. It's another different name for where the colour comes from than it is called on the Porsche website because I didn't want to call them the purple. They call
911 red.
Yeah, exactly. But they are Porsche colours basically. So I thought it was just cool. And then names are cool, man.
On the basis we may not have done an overview of these but take us through. What is the basic specs of the DPT?
The DPT, rosewood board, maple neck, older body, a couple of Wilkinson R series pickups. Matched. I sort of tried to test some out and then found the ones that was close to my signature set. Brass saddle, all Wilkinson tuners and everything. That's it, basically.
Nice.
So you get all the good bits and pieces on here.
It's like an interesting finish on the DPT, isn't it? Where you can kind of see the grain of the wood through in a way that you can't do on other Chapman guitars.
It's just like it's not, what's it called? When they put a thing on it. You don't fill in the no wood filler. No wood filler. So you can and also it'll wear really nicely. So if you wanna get that worn finish.
Nice gig bag with those. Nice gig bag, And again, these 2 colours now have expanded the DPT range, so you can still get the old. I don't know if they had funky names too, but they were basically like a sort of a dark
Flint,
blue, dark green, or a very traditional sort of butterscotch type looking
olive
colour.
Grove green, fall yellow.
Nice.
And Flint.
Actually, the yellow's not dissimilar to your top, is it?
It's not.
Wearing today.
It's not.
So give us some tones, Mr. Pete.
Yes, sir.
I do like the very fetching new colours. I like that. I've always liked the white button tuners on the DPT. I think it's a nice.
It's just a little extra It's a different little thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's the.
Oh, well done.
There's that one as well.
So that's the.
That's the fall.
The fall, sort of more butterscotchy looking one, isn't it? Pretty.
Somebody said, could we do some maple necks on them? Maybe we could do that at some point.
Maybe. I've always liked on the DPT how you've kind of got them to cut the middle of the sort of the lipstick thing out just to give it I don't even know what it, I guess so you can see the pole pieces through it.
Yeah, that's all it is really. I don't know if it makes any difference in the sound. But does it?
Who knows?
But it does sound good. So here's a bit of a clean tone. That's it. That's a bridge pickup into the Deputy. All the signature gear.
Not too spiky,
and
is
no
it?
idea. No, it's not. Nine and a half inch radius, middle position. really nicely balanced pickups.
DPT me into the Dane.
DPT
Mr.
with
Peter.
the Dane. Also, the pickup is mounted in the body, so it's not mounted in the scratch plate, which means I think
it's Van Halen styly.
Yes.
He always thought that would make it sound better.
Yeah, the body to body to contact.
Body to body.
Body to body.
I like it. Look, man,
it's cool, but dude, it's difficult to make improvements on a Telecaster because it's perfect as it is, right?
That's kind of a good segue over to this one because you've got, you could go hyper traditional with your Fender Telecaster. You can kind of just have a couple of things. So like you say, the belly cut, the armrest, the spoon cut, the slightly different heel joint, but still staying pretty contemporary. I quite like almost the satin finish on those and the button tuners almost give it like a junior kind of not junior as in not as good, but as in just like more like a throwback vibe to those kind of guitars.
Yeah, it's like a little
like a Mustang Duo Sonic-y kind of vibe from the 50s and 60s. But if you want to go more contemporary but stay with that sort of T-style vibe, one of the most popular guitars, if not the most popular guitars that was ever in the Chapman catalogue, was what used to be called the old ML3 Traditional Pro. So for 2024, that guitar got changed. So Rob decided to drop all of those old ML, 1, 2, 3, 4 type, and replace them with actual names. So the ML3 shape became the Lawmaker. So anything that is this basic silhouette is a Lawmaker.
The Lawmaker.
But some of the things that people didn't like on the old ML3 was people didn't like the reverse headstock.
Yeah.
So now we have a traditional orientation of the headstock.
Yeah, much more classic.
And they didn't like the fact they didn't have any inlays. So
that's right.
Now we have inlays. Same kind of dough that the old one used to be. So you've still got the locking tuners, you've still got the stainless steel frets, you've still got the roasted maple neck with the rosewood board. Again, it's a traditional kind of, I think it's a 10-inch radius on these. So it's pretty traditional.
On this one.
Seymour Duncan American pickups on here.
Are they hot? Are they hot ones,
it's the Seymour Duncan hot telly set.
Yep.
And then your more contemporary style bridge. So there's no lip around the outside, and you've got the 6 stainless steel block saddles here to be able to adjust your intonation. You've got I think the input socket has been changed on the Lawmaker, so it's like a recessed thing.
And this is recessed.
Still got the belly cut. You've also got now a more chamfered away heel joint compared to the DPT. But it's beautiful. Look at the roasted maple.
That's good. Looks
back
good,
of the neck is lovely. Couple of different colours. Well, a few different colours on these. They'll be on screen now because I don't think we got them all. But
the black one, purple.
So that colour, purple, black, and the candy red. I don't know if these got silly colour names as well, or if these just basically
no, that's
black,
just
purple,
me.
and red.
That's just me that wanted to be different.
I have an old black version of this from when the headstock is the other way around, and you've probably seen it in some videos of mine because so many people said, I can't see what you're playing because there's no inlays. So I drew them on, but I've always liked that guitar a lot, and this is basically the same kind of vibe as that.
Oh, there's lots of reverb on
that.
Ooh! Ooh!
Bridge. Like that one, not too spiky. So still fat, as you should. I've got excessive reverb on. There you go, I've taken it away. This is no pedals now, just the amp. If I do put a little bit of ganache, that was bridge, yeah. And again, with these kinds of pickups and guitars, you can roll a little bit back. Very dynamic. It's very dynamic.
Very dynamic.
It's the day before. We're filming this the day before the election in America. Yeah. So there you are. Whoever's won, well done. And please just behave, everybody. Just accept it. It is what it is.
Best of luck to everybody.
Who knows? I don't know what I'm just noodling now.
Yeah, it sounds good, man.
I love these guitars. The thing about I'm going to have to stop calling it the old ML3 name, which is what I've called it for the last 10 years. But what I love about this was the arch top. So arch top with the gloss finish always catches the light, a little bit like a Les Paul does. Throws all of the reflections and the curves off. Really, really nice. So that is a super guitar. Have these been in this colour before? I think it has. I think all these colours have existed before, just not with the headstock this way around. But yeah, locking tuners, great guitar. These are all, by the way, sort of £1,000-ish kind of dough with a gig bag. So I guess competing against like a well-specced Mexican kind of player telly.
Are these £1,000 style players?
Or maybe Vintera, Player Plus, that kind of vibe. There or thereabouts. But it's that's a nice guitar. Nice guitar. Full specs are on the Andertons website, which you can find links below.
And when you're down there, just please like and subscribe as well. That'd be good.
The subscriber rate's gone up recently. Maybe it's because of the relentless telling people to like and subscribe in every single video for the last 3 years.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, good, thanks.
That is a cool looking guitar, Mr. Pete.
It is.
You love it in purple. Personally, I would go with the old silver burst.
It's the reverse silver burst, isn't it?
Maybe some of you are going, gold! Gold! Always believe in Look at that, we've both switched over to these new guitars brought out to protect the galaxy. Yes, these are the Guardians.
Oh my God,
this is the
puns, man.
I know. So this was there has to be a little bit of background behind this, because obviously Chapman guitar's been around for X years, must be nearly 15 years now. Poof. And the shapes have all kind of taken inspiration from other guitars. So we've had super strat looking guitars, T-style looking guitars, LP style, and I know Rob for at least the last 5 years has been going, can we please just have
one shape that is nothing else.
So I suppose it's almost impossible. There will be people go, oh, it looks a bit like an X, but the intention with this was to literally avoid it imitating anything.
Yeah.
And I must admit, I really, really like how this came out. I remember seeing 3 or 4 earlier iterations of this. And this was the most extreme of the iterations. And the general consensus was, look, if we're going to do this, we can't have it. The other iterations of this looked a bit more Paul Reed Smithy. You can kind of imagine if this gets a bit less offset and this horn gets a bit smaller. And it was like, no. This has to be as unique as you can make it. So you've got this kind of interesting beveled arch sort of top in it. And there was quite a bit of mucking around with blank pieces of wood to get the weight distribution so that the extra bit down here kind of counteracted the headstock here, so you get reasonably sort of decent balance. It doesn't want to do like a headstock drop. It's a little bit maybe, I suppose, but I think if you've got it on a with a strap on, I misses, but if you're wearing a strap, it does sit quite nicely. Anyway, Mr. Pete, do you want to give us some? We've got again Seymour Duncan pickups in here, and you've got coil tappage, 2 volumes and a tone, and a 3-way switch.
So like ESPs.
Exactly.
So you've got a volume per
like ESPs, except
it's like the other way around. It's the right way around.
It's it makes more sense. So that volume is that one, that volume is that one. That
one. And then in the middle position, of course, you can blend.
And don't forget, in the middle position, both volumes will, if you turn either of the volumes all the way off, it will turn the whole thing
like
off.
a Gibson.
Exactly.
Which I've learned.
Because the signal goes through both pickups. So if you make one 0, it can't go through the other. That is fat.
Fat man.
Fat man.
It's fat man.
What was his song? But it's that.
That's the middle position. It's very fat.
It's very fat.
It's very fat. Here's the bridge. Oh, you probably want some gain on there, right?
Yes. Could you do me a favour? Could you?
Split it.
Well, you could do that. It's probably nicer on a clean tone with that. I was going to ask you to do a drop D tune and because it feels like a big. This sort of feels like a guitar that someone's going to sling on, play some drop tune rhythm.
Yeah, maybe.
All that kind of with a load of gain on it and just.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know.
Do you know, it just sort of reminds me a bit, and actually even as I say this, I'm thinking I bet it doesn't, but in my head it reminds me of something like a Bill Kelleher kind of signature-y kind of vibey thing.
Yes, yeah.
Big, fat, sort of oversized body.
What are the
I think it
pickups
looks
in here?
good. It's a great question.
Hey!
They are a Seymour Duncan distortion trembucker in the bridge and just a regular Seymour Duncan distortion in the neck with the covers, just to give it that kind of, slightly sort of more badass look. But those are high output, I think up around the 13k mark.
Yeah, they're high. You can hear that.
Yes, so
there's
they
a
are
lot.
driving.
Yeah.
Well, look, that, ladies and gents, I mean, there was one other thing to show you, the Lawmaker Legacies, which you can buy as a baritone or as a regular scale length guitar, has a slightly different, slightly more bluey, lighter kind of colour in it to go along with the greeny kind of colour one. It's not a new guitar, you can try it if you want to. That's the one with the solid rosewood neck on it.
Oh, look at that.
Indeed.
Thank
you, sir. Do you want to jam out on that one?
Yeah, I'll jam out on this one.
I'm going to play this Silverburst thing. I think it looks wicked.
It does.
We can play something slightly heavier as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, links below to find out more about this. Nice. Don't forget as well, if you live in North America or anywhere in Europe, Chapman guitars are now distributed in those territories. Lion and Healy in North America, Musifax in mainland Europe. So if you're struggling to find a dealer near you that might have Chapman guitars, contact those guys.
Yes.
Anyway, onwards and upwards. Au revoir. Good luck, America. See you tomorrow.